had significant amount of private drone activity around the ports, and one only has to see what's going on in Europe, the war in Ukraine, and how using drones to have these private drones now flying over cruise ships, LNG ships, raising a lot of concern for those people. There was legislation that was approved this year to allow ports to control that airspace, and there will be some follow-up legislation next year to provide some additional control. So good conversation. Big push to have ports step down the grant funding that we've all been receiving over the years. We've got a balance in our grants of about $2 million. Been working with the operator to identify projects. And have a conversation later about one of those projects. The interest is spent down is going to be the big push to increase the amount of state funding for the ports. And it's hard to ask for more when they're sitting on balance with existing money, so we want to make sure we're spending what we've given so far. What are the highlights? If you've got any questions, happy to answer. We're also doing quite an environmental meeting. Our resiliency planning efforts was a major topic of conversation. And so our consultant was there as well. We did a very brief overview of what our efforts are, how we're coordinating with the local community, with the model, and how the courts can do it. That was very well received. That's it.
All right. You want to talk about how they're done? Anything about those?
Nothing new on the barrier grant. We're continuing to work with the operator to identify opportunities to reduce post-wide trade. And we continue banking on the opportunities.
It's been notified there are some good opportunities out there. We just got to put out we can use them. How they can benefit us, we can benefit them. All right. Yeah. Any questions today? Tonnage report. Butch, you're up.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's projected previous month was right close to July. We'll get into 202 ton off. Our tanner tonnage was down a little bit, but our breakbulk made up for it. We've done 7,644 ton lumber and 14,488 ton of wood pulp. I would expect that we'll see some hardwood come through as AOB yet later this month. It'll put us somewhere around where we are this month into August, or I guess this month, and be somewhere right around where we ended July last month. We had 11 dockage days, 5 vessels from Port Falls, 162 total rail cars, and average 17 trucks per day.
Any questions about tonnage report? Yeah.
Policy week and not pay your workers.
It's not, and we're getting this. Man, I'm telling you, and especially when you get down into the
host, yeah.
It's going to be here with them, so they take breaks, hydration, we're giving them all the water, and electrolytes that they need. We're even we're testing out some new markets. We don't have fans built into them. We got like demos out on the team members out there right now to help with some including there. We've given the hydrating cooling deck wraps that you put on, get them wet, just stay evaporate, helps keep them cool. We got in, dry fit t-shirts, ideas where they're still able to be seen, but they stay cool, those shirts and stay evaporate off. They help cool as well. So as far as the industry itself and what we do, we're doing everything that we possibly can. But the team as well and doing now we can stay hydrated.
You know, there's a football team in Louisiana that now have air conditioned football. You're not in a bar, so.
So I was in, we in all last week, with our coffee businesses. And, you wake up in the morning and the heating index is 7 o'clock, 1:01. And by noon, it was 1:14. It was tough. When I got back to Bloomington that Friday afternoon, flew in, it was my standards hot. It actually felt pretty good after that. I don't know how to deal with it.
Yes, well. Okay. Any questions for Bert?
There's one, there's a variance within the red. Is that a different plywood and hardwood, is that something that is not a concern?
So that's one particular customer. And that one there, whenever they used to, the business that is actually still coming through our new warehouse, up through the door, that containerized, it used to be all containerized for the most part. COVID, they started bringing in like bulk, so we don't have here, so coming to the port, we trade out and put it in the warehouse. Some of that's gone back to coming into Jacksonville and containers because container break is back to pre-pandemic. And what we're seeing, we had those two shipments in, and there's evidence there's more coming. We just haven't seen that.
Anybody else? All right, let's move on to old business. We have draft version 4 of the budget. Where do you want to lead us into that?
Sure. So you had, I know it wasn't included in the package, I don't know if everybody has a copy of the version 4 with them. So there's been no changes, so since last time we met, there's been no changes submitted as far as any expenses or anything. In fact, the only change I have right now is on that miscellaneous income line, that $2,000 will go up $1,500. Everything else, as far as I know, currently, we have no better information, and obviously those numbers are still applicable. So, unless someone has a change to submit or something considered as far as changes. That's the budget.
I don't want to get in too much to discussion about the budget. We're going to have another meeting this month. Going to be pretty much dedicated to the budget. So, need to know when you want that to happen. Usually the 4th Wednesday. Patrick will not be there the 4th Wednesday. We could move it to the 5th Wednesday, up to 5 Wednesdays in August. But I'll leave it up to that, just for pleasure.
There's an item on the agenda that would impact, December, that's why I'm sure. I know you don't want to talk about it, but I did hear something.
Yeah,
later.
we'll talk about that. I think. Yeah, I know what's that. So what's the date? January 30th? Last Wednesday.
We almost get in.
What's that? No, you can't do the 16th. Anybody got any problem with the 30th?
Chairman,
Yeah.
if you choose the 30th, I have to notice it.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the money?
the alternative to have a there.
Well, it's good, but that's. You have to have it done in August. I mean, September.
Yeah, we need budget adopted by October first. The timeline to adopt.
So we got that meeting and then two meetings in September, that we could finish it up. But I don't want to put it that far. Like that next meeting, within the next two.
Probably talking about it tonight.
We're talking about some of it, but we're not gonna make a final decision, you know. All right, let's do the third. Next meeting will be the 30th of August, right here in this room. Take care of that, Suzanne.
Mhm.
Please. Then,
So 6 o'clock, right?
if y'all want to change something else.
Yeah.
6, all right, 6 o'clock, yeah. All right. All right, Commissioner Nelson, you got something you want to CDP?
I do. I've had several conversations that have followed, if you would look at the minutes. My comments about the CVP office. 7:30 this morning, I received another call from CVP. Their upper management has drafted a letter. It will be coming to me, and as soon as I get it, I will pass it along to the other commissioners. I was told that in no other certain terms, the line has been drawn. And, they did call me back about noon time and say that they were not going to send it to me today because some other people had added some input to it. So as soon as I get it, without any further elaboration, I'll pass that along, and everybody will have a chance to see it. But the comment that was made to me was the line.
We made that comment, too.
That came from Mr. Perry.
Fair. David, you had a conversation with somebody else, and can you tell us about that?
Yes, I spoke with last week, having phone out to, Director Bradshaw, outlining where we are and what I saw some of the options, for whoever the facility provider, she preferred that the next step would be a meeting to figure out that question. There having some personnel reassignment to the company at the level of Director Bradshaw. So she will be able to setting up the line, everything there, what the position is, what that we looking for, how clear to set the meeting.
In the conversations that I had today, there was no mention of any meetings. Like I said, until I get the letter and see the final position that they're holding, I'll refrain from any comment up to that point. But I think based on the conversation that I had, that they're going to be looking to the board for a definitive answer. And like I said, that happened today.
Well, he may not know about the conversation.
And the conversation that was, that came from Bradshaw.
Okay,
I didn't understand we had a director, but as to why
I'm sorry.
they
about
were, excuse me, Chairman,
that. Yeah,
I'm sorry. But I'm trying to understand why David isn't receiving the communication. When we have a director, I'm really confused why he doesn't know that.
Well, I'm not sure that what the commissioner and also reported is inconsistent. There's a letter that Director Perry referenced, was the same letter that Director Bradshaw is hoping to himself. And the notion was that we would have a joint meeting to outline what the options were available to both of us and what the best option was, so that we could put together the plan. So I don't think they're inconsistent. In each other, the indication I have is that Director Bradshaw wants to meet with us. But it would not be available to do so until the first or second week of September. She was going to send us a letter at the end of it, so you will at least understand what it is.
Well, I will privy to the information that you have, but I got that firsthand this morning. And I think that it go back in my statement at the previous meeting, where I've said time and time again, this is not going away, and they are at the end of the road. And I think that when you see the letter, it's going to be a drastic contrast to what you said. I think we're going to see some different positions on.
So we'll wait till we get the letter and see what it says, and then we'll have to go from there. That's all we'll do.
I was supposed to have already had it, but I did get a courtesy call saying, look, they're changing some things on there. They didn't like the way that it was worded. That's fine. I'm just letting the board know that there is active, communication between the court director and customers. I've seen this coming.
Well, we all do, Commissioner, and we've been talking about this a month now, but we don't know exactly what their bottom line is, and until we do that, and until we can talk to the operator about it and see what he wants to do about it,
I think,
we can't move forward.
I think, Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, we do need where they're coming from, because as I read a portion of the contract to the commissioners, they've been extending the contract for the last 4 years, and when I was in the director's office, April 2024, we're going to make a decision prior to that. And I think what's balled up right now is that decision.
Right.
That's my opinion.
And some things in there have changed, because they told us one time that they leave, access to the port is gone. They're closed to the.
They were decommissioned.
Decommissioned, but that, I understand that change.
Like I said, I'm letting the board know the communications that I've had with CBP. I don't want anybody to be surprised or say, why were you kept in the dark? That's why every meeting, I bring you the information that I can give.
But, you know, the operator has to be part of the discussion.
I understand there was a meeting at 1 o'clock today with one of the management. They did throw that in there. I don't know what the meeting was about. But my whole point is, CBP, all due respect, has been put on the back burner, and I think what we're seeing right now is a repercussion.
I don't think we put it on the back burner. We just don't have any answer. I mean, they want a new facility. We don't have money to build a facility. You know, what are we gonna do? Does the operator still want them to be here? If not, and they go away, what's that gonna do? How's that gonna hurt us?
Again, I'm not going to step out. I was told some things that even in my own mind, I have doubts about.
Yeah.
But they can come to fruition because I've seen that happen.
Well, I know, they can do just about anything they want.
I just want this board to be well informed of what's happening, what's going on behind the scenes. If they talk to me, you're going to know about it. And that's the reason the conversations that I've had today, I want to make sure this board understands that there is movement on their part. And as soon as I get the letter, I'll understand it.
Until we get that letter and until we talk to Bradshaw with that meeting. Yes.
I think the motion, we add that to our agenda for the special meeting, since we're already noticing the meeting. And I think it is a priority for our board.
Of course it is.
So let's just bring that credit to the forefront and also ask Director Confident if you could just add that to your report that given that for every executive director report or any meeting, you can continue to provide an updated.
Maybe we should have Bradshaw come here to this meeting. Would you do that?
And the invitation.
Get an invitation, and we're gonna find out.
Well, that
Here's the order tonight.
position was that she could figure out. And I was saying,
Okay. All right, thank you, Ray.
Yes, sir.
All right, new business, workman's compensation, LLC designation. You got something, Patrick?
Sure. So, we've been kind of dealing with this surprise for a few months and, I think Dave and Roseanne were working on getting us coverage. And during that time, I was having discussions with the division of workers' comp about, how this came about, what we can do about it. And one of the suggestions that was made by them was that if we basically incorporated as an entity or filed company creation documents with the state corporations, we could be considered a small business based on the sheer, very small number of employees we have, mainly being David and Rosanna. Because you all are actually considered employees in that type of scenario. And then if we did that, we'd be exempt from workers' comp. So what we then did internally in my office was research whether a public entity is state chartered can do such a thing. And we've determined that we can. It doesn't change who you are, how you operate. So essentially what we would do is create an LLC. And the name would be equal to what your name is now. The commissioners would be listed as the managers. On the documents, either Rosanna or myself will be listed as the agent. I recommend that the agent be your legal representation. That cost to register an LLC is between $200 and $300. And you have to file an annual report, which is less than $100. You can go in and change the manager names anytime, change your address anytime. It's a very simple, basic process. We researched it. It looks like it's something we can do, and additionally, the workers' comp suggested it as an alternative. So I put that before you as an alternative to having to pay for workers' compensation, which realistically we don't necessarily need, or there's a path to be exempt. What that means coverage-wise for someone like David or even Rosanna, David going out to the facility, something like that, I do not know. I'm not an insurance expert. We've never had coverage before, and I know we were looking for a way to not have to spend this money on something we thought was unnecessary and potentially not warranted. We did determine, based on their direction, that it was required. This is the way for us to create an exemption. It's allowable, it's legal, we put into that, so I put it according to the consideration.
Is there a charge for reviews?
Yeah, this would be less than that. Okay, it's all done online, you plug in names, it's a very simple process.
So what's next? Is it possible to send out everything your cost? You wouldn't less than $500.
Yeah, I think you're probably looking at $500-$600. And then you would have to file an annual review every year.
So what do you need from us?
Yeah, if you want to create an LLC and register as such, I need a specific direction from the board to do that. And I can also bring draft documents to see what it looks like before it's officially filed, or we can go ahead and file it, and when the documents come back, I can present those to you however you want to see. But the idea would be to just create Ocean Highway Port Authority of Nassau County LLC, list you all as equal managers by name, use the open address list Roseanne, Dave in their capacity, and then myself as your agent.
I'm just concerned about cascading impacts because you get grant funds from ARPA as Ocean Highway Port Authority and chartered entity,
This
right?
doesn't change who you are.
But if that's who's going to employ the employees, then we submit their salary reimbursement. Doesn't that create a problem?
Go ahead to that.
From what we researched and what we looked at, it doesn't change who you are as a public entity. You're just created a small business that's part of that public entity. So they're outstanding. Again, putting this in front of you the first time, I would expect questions, I'm happy to take down. You know, some unfinished thoughts or, you know, any issues like that. I will look into that. Question.
So the same way that it's going to pay worldwide turnout. It's going to pay their pay, right? Now, I mean, who owns the stock of this LLC?
There's no stock, it's not a public company, it's just the registered liability company in your name.
You have to
And
have-
he would own it, and the commissioner needs to be equal management.
I have a lot of questions about that. Just about our charter power, our ability to hire, employees, and then the relationship between the board and that entity for not only grants, but like owning property, because the whole point of Berman's is the abilities like flip the ball, right? So we have a lease in the name of Ocean Highway Board Authority, the charter entity created under the board of the law. If we create an LLC and LLC is not on the lease, then the office. And that's where she, remember, Rosanna works, so that's where she was involved, right? Don't slip at that, please.
And was the LLC eligible for leasing a building?
Right, just because you create the LLC doesn't mean it's what has to take action on behalf of Oakland. It still exists and take charter. But what I will do is I will take down the gap, doing what, I will figure that out before we jump in and create it.
Let's do that. Okay.
So I'll come back.
Thursday's question.
Yes, Chairman, thank you. So I'm sorry for the ambiguous item on the agenda. And I have another item on the agenda that I need to bring forward from Rosanna before I really engage her on this project. But looking at our website, we linked to a policy, a resolution that was adopted in 2015 as our code of ethics. So when we were the public on OPA's code of ethics, they pulled up this resolution 2015-3, which we reviewed for the not new board members. And we agreed with the prior board members that but I'm going to this and share this with Rosanna right before the meeting. So I'm available to put it on the screen.
I don't, sorry.
This document update that I'd like to propose that we state that it's mentioned laws which are attached to the agenda on our website. I would like to propose that we include in our policy is that we all get annual training, which is what we already do.
We do that already.
We already do it, we don't have to memorialize it. So this is to modernize and also to elevate. I've been updated since 20. And then we're practical that we broadcast our meetings and again, that are set in the law in this theory. I think we should formalize that we will broadcast meetings in practical, that we will publish an agenda 7 days in advance of every meeting on our website. Items may still be submitted for the packet, in the interim, she needs to update it, but we will always publish 7 days in advance. And then that we would adopt that for ourselves, yes, the basic agenda. And then that we would also at the start of each meeting. So our current 2015 code of ethics that I'm sure you all read states that we would limit time for discussion, that we would adopt Robert's rules of order. And then there's a form of agenda that's attached. And I would just ask at the start of every meeting that we would adopt the agenda. Which is kind of a formal step, but it gives the board an opportunity to say, we're going to modify things on the agenda. The chairman can say why he's doing that, and we can vote and say yes. Which formalizes what other special districts do. Patrick and that is what we're do. But it is organizing the meetings. You know what tonight it was. And finally, the last item, the attention, but I don't think it's a deviation from the is that in our 27 the item before the board, so if none of the commissioners is willing to sponsor that item for discussion, we can go on the agenda, which makes sense, right? Because if a member of the public approaches you, you're gonna put it on the agenda. And then any commissioner could also put any item on the agenda, but that they would have to do so 7 days prior. So that I can go ahead and change this.
Would you put that in the form of final document, send it out to everybody so we can look it over?
She has a red line, posted on it, and there's some mention of scratch, but we'll bring this in a cleaner version. I'll have her circulate that.
It's time to look it over.
And we'll post it with the agenda. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Covered storage facility and well, I'll get back to that. Covered storage facility.
And so you have my submission form packet. In talking with the operator, we talked about the project in the past, and it's in our master plan. But it's about time where the operator is going to install a backup warehouse within the additional very full cargo on the terminal. Actually being proposed as a two-phase project where the basic site civil engineering and electrical work are both to be construction will be done in phase one, with the erection of the first warehouse, and then at some subsequent date, we can come back and install the second warehouse. That's the proposed location and general dimension of the warehouses. We do have council confirmed up to 50% of that project. Total grant total is 750 million. What is authorization for the commission to number one, utilize state grant for that project. Number two, to with the operator on a separate agreement between OPA and the operator to have the operator provide the funding for the full amount of the warehouse over time. And then we would reimburse them very similar concept to agreement, what we did with the dredging project most recently. And then for also the operator to procure on the engineering and design and permitting aspect of it to ensure that those plans and specifications signed up by Florida licensing consistent with the state and local building ordinances.
What's a bid project?
It would be a publicly bid project. So as part of the authorization, that we would like authorization to have an operator to and the to IPR. There is attached to the item tonight a draft that the operator provided. We'll have to attach to that sort of our public procurement language and this, that needs to take place, but we'd like to get that on the street Requirement, the end of March of 2024, which I've been assured by night that they.
What do you need to know?
I did a little- and I'll- Having you and I put together with the operator, the sort of agreement for management of the project and for funding for the project.
Well, they would need to see that in the final form. So if the consensus is we go do that,
Yeah.
bring it back to them, then we don't need to vote on that. We just need to go do the work and bring it back.
And then also put together the RFP.
Yeah, we'll bring that back. So if the consensus is to do that work, we're gonna do that work and bring it back to the final. approval. But the estimate would need to be approved. By vote. Or we can, or you can wait until we bring all these documents back and then do all three. I don't know. There's, if you can walk without the other, then something.
I'd just like to discuss with the board if this is a project that you guys want to spend our extra dollars on. The grant is already in place for that purpose. It's applied for this purpose. But I'd like to have that. Consensus so that we know that we should put together the RFP.
Would you like to comment on this?
I apologize, it's kind of hard to hear. When we, and, I had a lot of students stuff, and I felt like down here, but yeah, so what we was more important conversation today, we could give this the approval where we could publish the, bids, where we can get that process, and we can all work through the agreement. We're paying
Approve the RFP itself, or they have to approve the result of the RFP.
We're issuing an RFP on behalf of the first. We drafted it with the on behalf of.
No, reading about the. For variable.
Yes, we're always being. And if we have a, maybe have covered story, then we need to have that offer. There's times where we have things in close. So you ask them the story to face, there's times where it's pretty tough. We're going to cater it, perhaps a new force product customer. They will be, we have that offer them, when we get out and solicit that opportunity.
But not to look at building.
Yeah, but there's somewhere else that has.
Or we can building.
Can you give us an example of the types of security applied to the
Yeah, so, the fighting is kind of slow, pretty drastically, but, KLB, both, division product. Things that we're handling today, that, we had a conversation with that person, that's for the, current, maybe, storage. So we just do the, current and.
And then the state on the job, is there any impact on other, what would you have in otherwise, make a certain about? Local things?
No, when we went there, it used to be about yard, we got it out there, we got two, old bins in that area, we have those bins. There's still one of these, we, equipment that's being taken off the property. And we'll do along with those two bulk bins, that we can just replace for all of that. So, yeah, everything we have, it's, likely, you this.
Can you tell us that call we were having to do?
That one is 35 foot half.
I know top was always concerned about the view of the river. Will that affect him in any way? Do you know
It will block his view west.
of what problem? There is mine there. I just want to make sure.
I mean, I can see,
No, you
there's a
can't.
big
No.
container stacked up, and I spent nothing, they did there for a moment,
Okay.
and whole view, so you won't hear
Thank
anything
you.
from me.
Thank you. All right. I just want to make sure. We got that. But we've had that issue before. All right. So
We'll go with it. We're gonna go to use that fund and then I'll work with you and refer it to. If we can have the key and the agreement back in the packet. But it's doing it, we want to do that. So we don't need money.
yeah, we can do that. Make sure you get the information to work that and put on.
We move down. To my figures,
No,
yes, let's go back, we're 30.
right, right, yeah.
It sounds like a great project. I would like to see just a little bit, like, what would you want the splash to be, you know, the JDK, of what the capability is? And then also, helps to validate, you know, the allocation of the project, within the project.
For the early, we just go along. We were spending down.
All right. Here, I'm recommending.
So this item, is a minor amendment to the specific contract agreement we have with our Universal. Basically modifies with, for the current practice has been in the past. They have a golf cart, which can to go to the ground. That golf cart is billed at a rate of $100 per month. Does not identify on the free contract. Show that. With that, it does, it also puts us on notice that at some point, probably, get right. And so we can agree to, period, when the time comes, we'll have that figured out. But
Yeah, you better think about that.
Even when I was there, they